welcome to day 11 of Vlogmas. So it is currently 9:30 at night and I have been going at this for 2 hours now. Let's have a chat, and let's have a chat about mental health, because I feel like there's a relation to this. You know how all these storytime videos is a big trend just now, like everyone's talking about storytime videos? I wanted to do storytime videos. I thought it'd be quite cool to do a storytime video, but then I realised that I would have to talk about my depression, because the interesting parts of my life are related to depression, and it would make more sense so that people weren't asking you questions to give you context to it. But the context I want to give requires me to delve deep into the past that is still very raw. Although it's like 10 years in my past, it's still raw. So depression is something I've been dealing with properly, like actually having to try and deal with it for 5 years. But I think it's been there since I was 7, which is a long time. God, it really is actually a long time. So I have been living with depression since I was 7, but it came to a peak and really came out in the open when I was oh god, in 2011. What age was I in 2011? I don't even know. It was 5 years ago. I must have been 16. Oh, I was 15 turning 16. Is that right? Yeah, I was 15 turning 16. So at that age, apparently, said a therapist in 2012 to my face, that is the time that all teenage girls go through the phase of depression and harming themselves. Which is not true. I don't know where he got those statistics or where he bloody well came up with that, but I don't know many 16-year-olds that have possibly looked into being depressed and are still going through it now, 5 years later. I'd like to see the statistics on that. I would like to know how many females in the world actually went through that. And what about the guys? Like, I know a lot of teenagers are more susceptible to depression and harming themselves now than ever before, but really, I don't think that was a valid statistic. And I think maybe he said it in the wrong way, because that made me feel 10 times worse. I was like, oh, I'm wasting the NHS's precious time with this. Therefore, I've never gone back to a therapist and never can, so I psychoanalyse myself now, because I ended up getting worse after 2012, after being to that therapist, than I have been since end of 2014, start of 2015, when I started psychoanalysing myself, and I've been getting better because I've been able to work with myself and work my way through it, and I've done so many things that I've been able to work what works for me. But there's a reason I could never do a storytime video about my adoption, and that is due to the fact that my adoption, well, I couldn't do that either, but depression, sorry, is because it's too raw, and I feel like I was going somewhere with that, but I've completely forgotten where I was going with that, sorry. But yeah, so it's one of those things that it's very difficult to deal with. There's a campaign in Scotland called the See Me campaign. I'm going to leave links to it, and I'm also going to leave links to some articles about a very special girl that I am very good friends with, and I love her to pieces, and she is kind of the inspiration behind this video. Her name is Emma Hewitt, and she deserves every piece of recognition she can get. I love her so much. It physically hurts that I haven't talked to her in ages, but I love her so much. She is such a kind-hearted, beautiful girl. We did a show together called Speak Out, Own It, which to me was a very special show, but I never showed it. We all joke about how much we hate the thing saying I'm fine, help me. But it was a show about mental health, and I was very lucky that I did not get the part that Emma got. Emma's part would have been too real for me to get. I ended up getting the part of the girlfriend that gets controlled, which was a very, very loose, like the very early stages of domestic abuse we did. Basically, if Cheryl and Ryan had stayed together, and it would have in the future turned around to domestic abuse, but it was emotional abuse, and it's what would have started that. And we discussed that. We discussed anorexia and bulimia. Maybe it wasn't Emma's part, but was it Alistair's part? We dealt with death and everything within the mental health. And it was a very interesting show, and I know it put a lot of strain on Emma. And she cried, and I cried, and we cried, because it's a very hard show to do, especially when you're dealing with your mental health. And especially with her, the part she had been given, I think, was very, very close to home and hit very hard to home. And I wish I'd been able to swap it with her, because I feel like I might have been able to deal with it a bit better. But I'm very proud of her and where she's come, and I think she deserves this and this amazing opportunity she's been given, this platform she has. And I think she's using it to her advantage, and she's using it very well. Unlike some other people that in the media that don't use the platform to their advantage. I'm not speaking any names, but one of my role models that I loved dearly and thought was a very, very special person and was very important on that platform, and I know she was an idol of Emma's as well, I feel has not been using her position to her advantage anymore. And I'm a bit disappointed in that she isn't using it to her advantage anymore, and she isn't promoting it and helping out in the way that she used to be. Maybe that is because she feels that she is better now, but still she should be campaigning more about it. No names will be said. Amy, my little tip / trick that I have that might help anyone is light. You're probably thinking, what the fuck? So, I could be sitting in this room where I have that light on, and my Christmas lights on. The reason I have the big light on is so that you guys can see me clearer. But light is an important thing because, as the quote says, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So, if you are sitting there and feeling the way you're feeling, and what you usually do to help yourself get out of the depression or get out of whatever is going on that day, whether that be bad or good, is just not working, and you are feeling like you are so close to just throwing in the towel, put on a light. If it was me right now, I would put on my light here. And I have physically went and put on that light. That is the trick. That's the trick. The tip is to put a light on. The trick is do it yourself. Because you have physically gone and put that light on, and you know that although inside you is darkness right now, there is a way to physically put on a light, and there's a way to bring you out of that darkness, whether it be a torch, a light on your phone, or some of my lighters have LED lights on them, so I use them. Sometimes I flick them, like I don't have actually one on me. I probably do in my bag actually, because I brought like 6 lighters home with me as per frickin' usual. But a light works because it's got a light at the it's like LED light, and I'm like, apparently the LED light is that if you lose your lighter, you can put it on. But I'm like, what if you lose your lighter in your bag and you can't put the light on because the light's at the end of your lighter? So how do you put it on? Doesn't matter. Anyway, putting a light on helps me, and it might help you. So try it if you've not tried it yet. It could potentially save you, and you might not even know it. It's saved me plenty of times recently, in the past 6 months. And it may help you. Also, getting a photo or a TV show always helps. Sherlock always helps me, even though Sherlock is quite sad at points, it still helps me. A comedy show, a horror movie, whatever makes you happy, find that. That always helps as well. So, this has been today's vlog. It has been the weirdest vlog for me to do. It's very strange. If you guys have any questions at all, not harsh comments, questions. If you guys have any questions about what I've said here and you want to know a bit more about it and you think that what I have to say might be able to help you, please do feel free to contact me on Tumblr or on my Facebook page, which is both linked down below, and I will be able to answer any questions you have privately so that you are safe and anything that we talk about doesn't go anywhere between the two of us. And if you wish for me to delete our conversation once it's done, I'm more than happy to. And I may ask the same as you if there's any personal questions that you've asked that I've deemed fine to answer but I'm scared to share. I may ask you to delete it, but that's just a thing. So I will speak to you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 12. I'm sorry this has been a sit down video again, but I am very warm. I'm going to put my fan on, I'm going to read John Locke fan fiction, and get over the fact that I have just spoke about this. So I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 12. See you then. Bye.